I want to thank all the Latinos that showed up and the black guy. By the way, bro, I started my comedy at black clubs, man. I started on Crenshaw and 43rd. It was called the Comedy Act Theater in 1991. I weren't even born. That's why I always give props to black people, because I learned my comedy from black people, man, because black people don't around, you know? I don't know if you guys know this club. If you guys know the comedians I'm talking about, these guys have been around forever. It was D.L. Hughley, he was a kid. Faison Love was a kid. Chris Tucker was a kid. What's these other motherfuckers, man? There's a bunch of these motherfuckers, man. They were all kids, And I was the only fucking non-black. I was on the regular show. You guys can, they can say, all right, let's check, motherfucker. Let's ask somebody. Ask any of those motherfuckers who I am. They'll tell you, I'm crazy. I think if I was black, the club was 400 black people deep. And if you guys don't know who made that club famous, it was a man who passed away by Robin Harris, man, Bebe Kids. So it was Robin, and then DL took over after that. And then I came in, right, I think months after Robin had passed away. But it was black. Fucking black! I won a comedy contest there in 1993, and Paul Mooney was a judge. I said, all right, motherfucker, I'm a bad motherfucker. There was 15 black dudes at me. And 400 black people. Check this out. All right, when Mexicans do this, bro, I mean, it's shit's real. I was like, you guys going like that? We go like this. For sure. So they used to have soul food night, right? On Saturday night, along with the comedy. The menu was soul food night. It's just chicken. But they call it soul food night, right? Motherfucker, it was just wings. It was a trip. It was like soul food night. Motherfucker, it was just wings, motherfucker. So I remember all the comedians, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna show these motherfuckers love. They were bringing it. They were fucking just bringing the. And then I was like one of the last ones. And black people, man, when they see I'm Mexican, and I wasn't supposed to be there, like, who's this motherfucker? So I'm telling my jokes. I remember one of my jokes. I said, black people, man, I've seen you guys at Mexican restaurants, man. You guys making fun of us. You guys walk in like, hey, man, Jerome, check this out. I'm gonna order some food. Check this out, motherfucker. Yo quiero un taco. Motherfucker! Oh shit, motherfucker, you tripping, fool? I said, black people, man. I said, I understand, because Mexicans, we do the same shit. When we go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, we're like, hey, watch out, wait. I said, chicken. I did this at the Comedy Act Theater, and then I said, my closing joke, man, I said, hey, black people, you love the soul food. You gotta remember, this is 400 black people deep. And so you guys like this soul food, and they were like, you! And there was a door right here. I jumped off stage. I went in there, and I got all the cooks, right? I said, man, wait. there was a big spotlight, right? And I pushed all these little motherfuckers out, right? The little Mexicanos, man. I put them that way, right? And they had the spotlight, and then I still had the mic, and I said, "You guys think you're eating fucking soul food, but you're eating pollo loco, motherfuckers." And that's how I won, and then Paul Mooney said, "You crazy motherfucker, you a crazy motherfucker." But again, I got to give it up to black, because I worked the white clubs. I used to work the Improv in Hollywood, but I don't know, man. I had to create my audience, man, because there wasn't an audience. There wasn't a Chicano audience back then. Trust me, this is before all the comedians you guys know. The only ones ahead of me was Paul was the rock star, Rodriguez. Paul was the rock star. George was up and coming. He just started headlining, like what I'm doing now. That's what he started doing, you know. So it was like Paul was the fucking man, and then it was George, and then I was behind those motherfuckers, you know, like, fuck, I gotta get some. So I remember doing the white clubs. White clubs are a trip, man. A white audience, if they don't like you, they don't boo you, you know. You just get like a golf clap, you know, like, right? And that's when you know you ate a dick, you know, and you're like, man, I gotta get my shit together. This ain't funny. And then I started a Latino nights at a place in Montebello called Gotham's. And this is back, I remember Fluffy was an open micer, Felipe was open micer, and it was my room, so I was teaching. I had already done the Tonight Show. And I brought these vatos in, you know. A lot of these dudes, man. And Chicanos, Latinos, I know there's Guatemalans and Salvadorians, all love. But Latinos, when they don't like you, they don't boo you. Latinos just start talking to each other real loud. Hey, my cousin's funnier, Holmes. Oh, that's fucking vato right here. Oh, dude, I haven't laughed once, eh? Black people are different, bro. Black people, if you don't bring it, man, a minute, you got like 1 minute. Not even a minute, you got 15 seconds to say something funny. If you don't say something funny, man, you start hearing that. You ain't shit. Straight up like that. You ain't shit. Wasting my goddamn time. I remember they booed me one time at the Comedy Act Theater so bad. They just couldn't stop saying shit to me, man. I don't know, they were just yelling all kinds of shit, and I was already depressed. The only way to get out of the Comedy Act Theater was through the crowd, through the middle. There was only one fucking exit. I remember one guy got me really good on the way out. He goes, man, practice at home, nigga. I remember it was raining that day. I swear it was raining. I had a Chevy Nova. I had a 1977 Chevy Nova, man. I drive it, man, it wasn't hip back then. Back then, you just had a whole car. I was driving home, and I I cried because it was raining, nobody could see it. So I remember I won the black comedy competition with Paul Mooney, and then the people who held it was 92.3 The Beat, and then it was a dude named Theo. Remember Theo? Hey, how's everybody doing? Yo, what do you guys want to hear? I love. Remember, all black people loved him until they found out he was Filipino. You remember that, bro? I don't know if you remember. That's the 92.3 The Beat here in L.A. And then when they found out that Theo was Filipino, man, that motherfucker. That motherfucker was one of us. So there's a guy, you can look this shit up, right? No son mamadas, güey. Everything I'm telling you is the truth. There was a guy named Bob Sumner who was the producer of the Apollo, you know? Remember the Apollo? Remember that? Yeah, in Harlem, on 125th Street. So Bob was there the night that I won the contest, and he says, Willie, I gotta have you in Harlem at the Apollo, man. You're gonna kill. So I was like, I was a young kid, man. I was in my early 20s, you know, and I was so excited, like, oh, you know, how do I get there? He goes, oh, just get yourself there. He said, I don't pay you shit. The fucking Apollo didn't give you money. Like, well, where do I stay? I don't know. Figure it out. You know, I was so broke. I remember I had enough money to get on a plane to New York to get to the show, and I didn't have a hotel, but a la verga, you know, I don't give a fuck when you know, when you have a dream, you have a dream, right? You know, I was a little chavalito, bro, you know. And then so, I remember going to the Apollo. I remember I went there, and then they had 20. The way they do 20 shows is, and you don't know, is I think now they wouldn't allow it. People would go to jail, but they would keep, like every 4 hours they switch the audience. People, the first 8 rows would go switch with the second 8 rows in the back. Like that, they kept rotating to make it look like it's a different audience. And I remember I was like, what the fuck, man? I got there like at 4 and the show's already started. And I didn't come out till like midnight, right? I was like the second to last. I was like, I was exhausted, tired, hungry. And then I remember Sinbad was the host. And Sinbad came out and he goes, man, what's your name, man? I said, Willie Barcena. I'm gonna just call you Willie B. All right. So, I remember this, when the crowd stays late, they stay late for one reason only, it's for the last act. They keep the best act so these motherfuckers won't leave, you know? So I remember at that time they had their first hit, and then I remember he came out and he goes, Sinbad goes, hey, you guys ready for TLC? And they went like, yeah, yeah. Okay, but we have one more comedian. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. So I remember I came out and like, man, this guy's funny. I seen him in LA, blah, blah. And he did. Sinbad was there. Sinbad with Bob. Did the same exact joke I did on Crenshaw, right? But these motherfuckers didn't let me finish. Right? Because I said, hey, black people, you know why I don't like you? Boom! You couldn't even hear me talking over the fucking microphone. Boo! I was like, boo! I was like, man, f this shit, right? And then Sinbad came out, and then they went to commercial, or they did a break or something, and he goes, hey, Willie, Sinbad's telling me this. And by the way, I talked to him about this, and he remembers it, because he's a good friend. We have a mutual friend. And about 7 years ago, I talked to him about this. And he goes, man, you're a crazy motherfucker. And Sinbad goes, Willie, you gotta say, black people, do you know why I like you? But I'm stubborn like my mother. You know, like my mom's stubborn bitch, bro. So I just nodded my head. I said, all right. I said, nah, these motherfuckers gonna listen to this joke shit. I want a goddamn award with this fucking joke. So he goes, we're gonna and then Sinbad comes out and tells the audience, we're gonna give him one more chance, you guys. Trust me when I tell you this man's funny. Trust me, but you just gotta open up your hearts and your minds. Will it be? Black people. You know why I don't like you? The booze were so hard, I floated, man. I was like, I remember like, it was already, so I was like one of the last guys, man. And I was, if you know New York, it's called the A train. The A train gets you out of Harlem and into, into the airport. So I remember jumping in the A train, but I had to wait for a while. So I'm waiting there by myself. It's cold, fucking like 1 a.m. But then all the crowd from the Apollo had been let out. So I said, oh, fuck, I just put my head down, And they gonna know, right? Fuck it, just to them, I'm just being another Puerto Rican. So I just put my head down, and it was packed, man. These motherfuckers just holding shit, bucking to each other. And one dude goes, that's that motherfucker right there! I had my head down, man, like, oh, no. I remember I looked up like that. Oh, that's him! That's that motherfucker! Yo! And everybody was like, oh, shit! Dude, I felt like a fucking monkey at the zoo. I was like, fucking...